China is intensifying its maritime assertiveness in the Asia-Pacific, particularly targeting Taiwan and causing unrest among regional stakeholders. The Chinese Navy has deployed significant assets on an island west of Taiwan, posing a substantial threat to South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines. The geopolitical environment has become increasingly unstable as China escalates its activities against the Philippines, prompting a strong response from the Philippines and its allies, especially the United States. A Type 075 class landing helicopter dock of the People's Liberation Army Navy was recently detected via satellite imagery in the South China Sea. This 36,000-ton warship was observed near Subi Reef, a Chinese military outpost, and later near Sabina Shoal. These maneuvers by China triggered a surveillance and tracking of the warship's movements, highlighting the rising tensions in the region. The arrival of China's largest amphibious ship in the South China Sea preceded a significant clash at Second Thomas Shoal, where a Filipino soldier was seriously injured and several ships were damaged. Vehicles and helicopters. The U.S. issued stern warnings against China's activities, with the U.S. 7th Fleet providing ongoing protection for its Pacific allies. This confrontation occurred shortly after a joint maritime cooperation exercise involving the U.S., Canadian, Japanese, and Philippine navies aimed at upholding freedom of navigation in the region. Following the altercation, these allied warships remained in the area to support the Philippine Navy. The USS Ronald Reagan, after completing an exercise, docked in Guam while skirmishes between the Chinese and Philippine navies continued. The U.S. 7th Fleet moved towards Japan to join forces with Japan against Russian exercises, indicating a broad alliance against regional threats. President Xi Jinping has urged the PLA to be ready to seize Taiwan by force by 2027. The U.S., along with its allies, must ensure that any Chinese invasion attempt is thwarted, focusing on rapid deployment of new drones to disrupt Chinese operations. Admiral Samuel Paparo, head of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, stressed the need for US military and allied dominance by 2027. He outlined a strategy involving unmanned systems to counter Chinese aggression.